Oh, hey, South by Southwest is over from last year. We're jumping into this year, and you may want to wonder, after we talk about all those apps all year, what apps are left on our devices that we actually still use. This is the show to watch. We're going to let you know what survived, what didn't. South by Southwest 2013 is right around the corner. Myself and Paul Steele reviewed a ton of apps last year, and we're letting you know what apps survived on our devices towards this year and what folded up. Welcome, everybody. It is still app preview mode for South by Southwest. Unfortunately, we're going to do app review mode for the past year. Catch everybody up to what we still use, what sucked and went under, or maybe they got sold or bought, right?
Yeah.
So myself and Mr. Steele are here. We have our devices in hand. Wait, we got to get the devices out. We got the devices in hand. We have iPads, we have iOS, we have Android, we have BlackBerry. We have every gadget we can. We have the spreadsheet plus the stuff we did, plus the shows we did. And you know what? We should look at the shows first. Shouldn't we be official about this?
Let's do the shows.
So we started. Yeah, we'll go to the beginning. Let's go all the way back here. Let me scroll. First one last year. It was episode 30 that we did. We stood live in the room looking at the Hilton behind us. And we looked at ISIS and Banjo. ISIS is the mobile payment app. Banjo is the location everything, pervasive location, aware, it's hooked to everything, kind of cool. But ISIS, last year, they weren't live. They were a bunch of fluff. They were fluff last year. And then they were still fluff. And then they launched. So apparently somewhere this fall, at least, they launched into Salt Lake City and into Austin. So what do they do? They're a mobile payment app. So you fire up your device, you type in your PIN number, and you use your phone as your payment device.
Via NFC?
Via NFC? We don't know. Doesn't tell me anything. Doesn't know. You don't know.
I have it loaded.
Okay. So is it?
Never mind. My phone is not supported.
Really?
Phone not supported.
Which phone is it?
It's the HTC One X. The ISIS wallet cannot read your secure element ID. Please contact your wireless provider customer care. Or I may hit the uninstall button below.
So there's a little thing. So there's one thing they did have on their site, which was pretty interesting, is that the transit authority in Salt Lake City right now, if you have ISIS loaded, you can wave your phone at the ISIS payment thing and ride free through the end of March. So from the end of October to the end of March, they're doing free rides on the bus. That's kind of cool for a launch,
there you
don't
go.
you think? So what we used one, and we talked about it later on, but another payment one we should talk about it now and skip ahead is we used Gopago.
Yeah.
And we used that at the Microsoft, that was the Bing booth, the Bing area, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bingland?
It was the Microsoft booth. It was, the trucks in the back.
Is it, you call that Bingland? Is it Bingland? Binglandia?
I think it was Bingvilia.
Bingvilia. So they had a village set up, and they had the food trucks in it, and you could order and pay with Gopago on your device. We actually had some good talks with them after the show.
Yeah.
A couple emails and a phone call, actually, too, I believe.
Yeah.
And they've moved ahead a little bit from what I understand. They're still live. They're just not everywhere, and that's one of the downfalls so far, is getting these mobile payment apps to be a little bit of everywhere. I hate to say it, but Google Wallet seems to be in more places right now. So we've got Gopago. We had ISIS. We have new ones that came into play this year, like LevelUp. If you haven't used LevelUp yet, Tabbed is also out there now. So there's a ton of mobile payment apps. So it's a hot space that people are fighting for.
Well, and PayPal.
Well, oh yeah, PayPal has their own too, don't they?
PayPal has their app. I've got Square. Square Wallet.
Square Wallet. Yep, another one.
You said tapped out. You said level up.
Not tapped out. This one's tabbed. Just tabbed, I think it's what it's called. I'm looking now. It's on Android. So let me look. You've got me curious, and I'm going to be really mad at myself. And here it is. It's called tabbed out. You're right. Sorry, my fault. I was thinking the other one that does the tapped one, the one for bars.
That's tapped out.
That's tabbed out, right? With
bees? That's what's the what?
With bees. TABBED. It works at all bars.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was the same one. Okay, cool. I didn't know. I really didn't know that was the same app. So I've been using a few of those. I use LevelUp right now and Google Wallet more than anything.
See, I want to use LevelUp, but it's not any. Well, they say that they're in my area, but I haven't been able to find one.
Well, we'll put a link up or a QR code here on the screen for LevelUp if you guys want to get your hands on it. LevelUp, I like when you first sign up, they give you usually a few credits here and there to burn and to use at a few places. So they're still around. Banjo, we should talk about them. They've done a lot of updates.
Yeah, I like Banjo a lot. In fact, I remember when we first talked about them, we were concerned about, I think the big concern was security. Like, who sees me and how can I see them?
Yes.
Because I think when we first fired it up, I looked on the map and here I am and I'm seeing all these other people and I'm saying, well, what if I didn't want them to see me? But we after talking to them, we got that pretty much cleared up. But I have actually enjoyed Banjo very much and have my little circle of friends on Banjo, which we get to talk to each other because we obviously know when we're in the vicinity of each other.
Right.
So I am still very actively using Banjo.
Well, for those that haven't used it, we should say that it will connect to multiple services and look for public check-ins, Twitter, Foursquare, Instagram, but it looks for public locations of check-ins, and then we'll present them to you on a map. It'll highlight your friends in a different color.
Yeah.
So you know, and then it will let you connect or see their public Twitter stream. So it doesn't show anything private. It follows all the privacy rules of the services. It's an aggregator. I would say a location awareness aggregator.
Yeah, and on the new update, they also added LinkedIn and LinkedIn to the list of things you can connect with.
Really? So
yeah.
I actually updated it, and I didn't even look to see there was LinkedIn. One thing that we should also point out it does is let you jump to a place that you're not at, and that's something their founder showed us, or their CEO showed us.
Well, and that wasn't launched when we first. He had a beta version when we first looked at it.
Yep.
But I used that a couple of times to jump into an event.
Yes.
That I couldn't be in, but I could see the chatter and what's going on at that event. So it's pretty nice.
It's for an example, everybody know. Picture the Super Bowl. Right, that just happened recently. You wanted to be in the range of the Super Bowl. You type in the location or address. They had it as a choice, actually. It was in their menu.
Yeah.
Click Super Bowl. It jumps you there, and you start seeing all the pictures people are posting that are public, the check-ins around it that are in the Twitter streams, but you can get a good multi-eyes view of where it is. So we still like Banjo. Still have it loaded on Android. Still have it loaded on iOS. Still use it every so often. I jump into that one. So that one survived. Let me look at the next one on our list. We had a long list, so everybody knows. Oh, these are my the game show we did. 32. Borglar and Arball.
I don't have either one of them loaded.
I threw them away right after.
Yeah.
I've gone back and looked at the video for both of them. They're both still there. Both of them have very minimal downloads. Borglar had like the 1 to 500 range inside of Google Play of downloads. The 1 to 500 downloads. It's the virtual reality. Hold your phone up. It uses the camera and tells you if there's coins around or thing. You see us in the actual video of 32. We'll put the link. See us trying to poke coins and boxes at each other's faces while we're sitting there.
Yeah.
And then Arball changed the same video. It looks like, but it was the virtual tennis.
Well, the guy was trying to sell. No, he was trying to sell so you could play a virtual soccer game.
Yeah, and the video show it wasn't. This lady sends the ball, and you can buy apparently different balls. Like now, you got to buy a soccer ball or buy a. So that's where they make their money is in-game purchase. Yeah, I've never seen anybody with it ever.
No, I think like you, it was fun while we were there and it was interesting, but that very quickly lost because everybody was doing draw something.
Well, that's on the list. So
yeah,
are you still drawing something?
I am. I'm on a 110 streak right now with a friend of mine.
And that was where was draw something? That was up at episode 35 or so that week.
And I should say that I still do draw something, but I've actually slowly switched to Words with Friends.
Oh, see, I've left you off Words with Friends, and I'm on using Ruzzle.
Oh.
So everybody's playing Ruzzle, but draw something. You brought it up. It was on the bus. It was on the street.
Well, when we were leaving the game convention, everybody had their heads down, buried, playing that game, and
it took off. But now it's Ruzzle and Words with Friends and others. I don't see a lot of draw something going on. People also suck at that game. There's a lot of people that can't draw.
Well, and then there was that shaky point where we thought, Zynga purchased them. We thought, okay, the reason people dropped off is because it was the same words being recycled. But then Zynga came in and bought them. We said, oh, maybe there'll be that excitement, but it never. Their words have changed and they've added some features, but I don't see as much play as I used to on it.
Nice. Well, what about one of the foreclosures we had that we predicted, I think, and that was Forecast.
Yeah.
That was episode 34.
Yeah, like what we said before. I think it was a great concept. I think it was poorly implemented.
Yeah. So it went downhill. It's not there available anymore. Forecast is over. We apologize to those guys if they ever see the show again. Overall, what else? We'll go. I know one that you really like. We'll get to that one in a second. 5 Degrees.
5 Degrees. I admittedly need to get back into it. I've been slowly switching things to Android, and it's not available for Android yet. But I still have my iPhone, and I have regrettably I like it, but I just haven't. I think I killed my account for a while, and then like a couple months ago reloaded it and need to just get back into it.
So it wasn't one that you were using every day?
No, unfortunately. I know that, and we had that conversation with those, and it's really nothing against the app. And plus I haven't seen, quite frankly, I haven't seen a lot of updates on it. And there's still some fundamental things, especially now that I'm on the new iPhone. It's still not formatted for that yet. There's just some minor bugs and things that still need to be addressed that I wish that they would have done by now.
Interesting. No, that's because I never got deep into it. I'm trying to find a reason to use it all the time, and I hadn't found that reason yet. And we loved the team. The team was great.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. So I think I'll go back and revisit 5 Degrees. They're still around. They're still going. So we'll have to go back and visit and see what they're doing. Now, one you use all the time, and we talked about last episode, is you were having a Waddles.
I'm still a fan of Waddle. Big fan of Waddle. And that was going back to another thing, like Draw Something was not officially announced at South by Southwest, but we met them at that event, and yeah, I still actively use it. Still, we got the family, friends all on it, but
You're still waddling.
I'm still waddling.
You're still waddling.
And I had a great conversation with them a couple months back, and they actually have some very cool things in the pipeline. So I'm actually looking forward to what they're going to do next. Well, I can't talk about it, unfortunately, but yeah.
Well, howdy to Audrey and the team down there.
Yeah.
Definitely. We liked both of them. And then one of the other ones we covered, which we know should still be around, and that's Eventbrite, but we just didn't like everything the app did. We had gone to some events using it, and they just weren't utilizing it properly, I don't think.
No.
Printed pieces of paper when you could have digitally signed in. Your events were on your device, and you could have just said, here, scan it, grab my code, and checked in. It was a mess.
Well, and now with Passport on iPhone, now you can add your Eventbrite things to your I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
But I have I don't know why Cloud is on there. For whatever reason, Cloud has something on there. But yeah, Samsung Blogger Lounge, the CrowdTap VIP party is now automatically added to my, well, not automatically, but I have the ability to add it to my passbook.
Shh, I'm going looking for 5 Degrees right now. Shh. Well, I need to put it back. I just realized that I didn't put it back on iOS. I upgraded my iPad, and I realized that I didn't have it on here, so I need to move that back down. You said it's not on Android, though?
No, not on Android. And I've checked repeatedly.
What are they doing over there? Hey, guys, if you're watching us, we liked you. We love meeting you. Can you get on the Android? There it is, a 5 Degrees CRM. They are still out there in iOS land, and I'd love to see it on Android too, because that's what I carry most as a phone is that. And they don't have an iPad app. They have the iPhone app.
Just still exploded.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it a little. I'd like to see it on there, looking at it. And they also have another one. Did you know that? The 5 Degrees team has another one called Networker. It's a business card reader. Hold on.
I did not see that.
Okay, well, let's, I'm going to mention them just because.
How dare they not tell us?
Exactly. It has no ratings yet. Let me click this thing. Look at that. It is a business card scanner that transcribes business cards and add them as contacts to 5 Degrees on mobile and web. The first 3 transcriptions are free. Then you have to go see their premium offerings. So basically, snap a picture. It adds it to a circle on 5 Degrees. You can add hotkeys or hashtags, follow-ups, and there's some manual transcription also to help. So that's probably why they charge you. It came out last summer, and not a darn rating is on here. We need to talk to these people and see what the deal is.
Well, maybe if they told us, we could have promoted it and got some ratings for them.
Well, you know what? We're going to do an app review on this later. I'm going to send a note to the 5 Degrees people. We're going to yell at them for not telling us about it, but we'll be loading that one up. So a business card scanner while you're at the event. Forget collecting the cards, even though people still like to get them. Let's move on to
let me. Can I actually talk about that?
Yes, let's do that.
Are we going to use that, or are we going to use Evernote's Hello?
I don't use Evernote.
No, see, I decided that I liked it, and I'm all in with Evernote. I use it almost religiously now.
I don't use Evernote. I've never used it. Didn't like it. I believe that if you watch any of our BlackBerry Today episodes, Kathy had major issues from BlackBerry Today show with Evernote on the BlackBerry, which kind of
on the playbook,
on anything that was BlackBerry, not just the playbook, just BlackBerry in general. You know, we're not talking 10 yet. We haven't seen it on 10. We're talking what's in existence today that people have been using. So
I want to be a guest on your BlackBerry Today show because I have some theories on some BlackBerry 10 stuff.
Well, you might be recording BlackBerry Today sooner than you think, so let's do it.
There we go.
We can do that one. What else do we have for apps? Oh, let's talk about a category and the apps that we saw down there. So the group messaging apps.
Yep.
We went to a panel. So GroupMe was down there. Beluga.
Carnivore. I always do it wrong. Carnivore.
But we've seen all of these. So some of them have been assimilated, and some of them aren't really fun. I mean, GroupMe was still there, but no one's really using it anymore.
Yeah. Carnivore closed the doors.
Mm-hmm. And then before that, Beluga got bought by Facebook.
Yeah.
So are you using any group messaging apps? See, text, SMS now, and most every phone does a group message.
Well, that's not group message. I mean, I use WhatsApp, but I don't think you can't use.
Oh, cool. Yeah, use them all the time on WhatsApp. We have groups all the time.
That's right. We do have them.
Yeah. You're right. So WhatsApp is probably my everyday group messaging app.
So yeah, I would say then that's it for me. WhatsApp has been my default standard now.
Yeah, I don't think I've launched...
Although I have a group chat with it recently.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't think I've ever launched GroupMe again since maybe shortly after that. I still got it loaded, but I never use it anymore.
No.
I can say there will be a bunch of people down there this year playing Ingress, the Android app Ingress. You've seen that, of course, the game.
You've seen it, I play it.
Yeah, well, you got to get in, but that one will probably be big this year down there. But that's talking futures. We're not talking futures yet. My fault. What else from last year? Anything else? We had a huge list, but we didn't even. I mean, we don't have to go through them all. What's closed from our list? Let's do that.
Did we get to? Well, let's talk. We still have to talk about one that I kind of bashed pretty badly.
Who?
Zamp.
Oh, go ahead. Cover Zamp.io. Yeah.
So, I mean, and I think I said it that I would hang in, and I have still hung into it. And actually, they responded to me and said, "Hey, we've got all these features and all this cool stuff coming." Have not seen any of it.
Really?
Nothing. And I still use it at the airports and still do not see anyone else using it at the airport. So I don't know if just it has not made it to Texas, but
not there yet.
I will still hang in with it, but it is dangerously close to being erased from my device forever.
Right. You had one more you highlighted in green, SceneTap.
SceneTap, yeah, and you know what? I think I only used it for South by, and I uninstalled it, and then I reinstalled it knowing that I was coming back to, and that's just, you tap into the scene. Tapping to see who's going in there.
You tap into the scene.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's called SceneTap. You tap into the scene.
Hell yeah.
Well, we had a huge list. So a few of them are gone besides Forecast. What else? GIF was gone. You have Audio Vroom. Rexley was bought by Live Nation, which was interesting to see Live Nation buy Rexley. Rexley was a sound music app, and they got snapped up by Live Nation as a San Francisco location. We talked about Zamp. What was Goose Chase? What was that?
Oh, it's like scavenger hunt. You build a scavenger hunt and you go on a goose chase. I actually have it loaded. I was going to run a goose chase with friends, and I just haven't got to that. I think the thing that annoyed me is you can't start one from your device. You have to go to the web to start one.
No, that's not good.
That kind of turned me off.
That's not good. Well, over that, we had a whole bunch of other things. Some were web-based, like Follow This. We had Votify, which is some voting site now. Scribble was for academic stuff. 45 Sound is still there. They look like they're doing good. They let you mash up live concert footage together. They're still around. So when you take it with your mobile devices, multiple you and your friends could then mash up a whole concert footage, and it tries to get better audio. Swarm FM is now, everything links to Spotify. So if you go into Swarm FM, it's under apps for Spotify, which is interesting. And then there was a couple other smaller ones around. Any other big ones that you wanted to mention?
Nothing else. I think
Perfect.
Looking through it, I didn't see very much.
Perfect. So that's what we have, people. That's what we're still using after last year. So it seems like the winners right now, we'll make sure we recap for everybody, is Banjo.
Yep.
Waddle.
Yep.
Gopago, if we could get more locations, we'd probably still use them.
Yeah.
ISIS haven't been able to use because they finally launched, but in places we're not.
Well, we'll give it a good run through next week.
Yeah, what else? You had another one. There was another one that we used sometimes. I don't use GroupMe anymore.
5 degrees. Oh, no,
5
we
degrees.
didn't.
We need to get back into it. We'll do that today. We also, hey guys, want to talk to you at 5 degrees to see more about this business card scanner.
Yeah.
I think that's it, man. I think so. Really, the winners is Banjo and Waddle.
Yeah.
We have a winner. We have decided the winners. Congratulations. You have won absolutely nothing but to be mentioned as the winners. Here is your lovely agua. That's all you can get.
And I got a vitamin water for some reason.
Vitamin water, and I have just a little bit of just water. That's all we've got. We're not going to show the vendor because they didn't pay us any money. So there we go. All right, everybody. So that is a recap from last year. The apps we used, the apps we liked, the ones we said were going to fail that, yeah, quite a few of them did. We didn't see value in them. A couple that haven't come to fruition with more downloads like Borglar and Arball that we found over at Screenburn. The Screenburn video is awesome. If you didn't see it from last year, we'll put the link up here. 4 minutes walks you through all of Screenburn. We love that one. It was pretty popular. And otherwise, you can go back, subscribe to the playlist. You'll see all the app reviews that we have done so far, plus the new ones that are coming along. The show from, was it just about over a week ago? Looked at a couple more apps. So what did we look at just over a week ago? I've totally lost track already, man. And I feel bad. Here we go. Gonna be. And Bonfire. The Bonfire guys have actually responded. They've already sent some tweets and some messages that they loved it and they took some good tips away from it. So shout out to them. And otherwise, look for maybe one more sneaking in the door. Anything else?
No, I'm looking forward to this year because we got some cool stuff. And so far, a lot of it is still very much in private beta. So
all right, tell them where to find you. Tell them where to find you, man.
I am Life on Mobile, pretty much everywhere.
Life on Mobile. Mine is I Do Notes everywhere. Pretty much every system you can find. Search for I Do Notes and you should find us on all the new stuff. If you're one coming out and you're watching and catching up with these shows, send us your links, man. We're easy to find, or send us a tweet and we will get on your beta and beat the heck out of your mobile apps or even web-based. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We will talk to you all in just a bit.